Now, let's say when you go home, when you go to a restaurant, when you are driving, or when you go to work, there are so many things are happening unconsciously. When you let the unconscious mind become active and powerful, then that's where this conflict gives birth to more and more and more suffering and pains. But to gain freedom from this suffering, what we are doing is to train our mind, like at the beginning of this discourse, Buddha says that Sattanang Visuddhya, to purify the minds. In fact, we all are practicing meditation to purify our own mind. Now, when we say purifying our own mind, then you might ask a question, so what's wrong with this mind? Well, you know what it is. Your mind gets angry. Your mind is jealous. Your mind is craving for so many things. Your mind is greedy. Your mind is confused. Your mind is full of ego. It has conceit. So now, all this, lead to a lot of sufferings and pains, the problems, conflicts in our own life. So then we understand all these conflicts, all these sufferings and pains and the problems in our life are due to the unconsciousness. We are unconscious of what is happening. So we are training our mind to be conscious of the unconscious processes taking place every day in our life. Now, how do we do this? Now, in the Western world, when the Western scholars read the text in Pali, they try to translate this word called sati. In the Pali, the Sanskrit word the Buddha used is called sati. Sati has been translated into English as mindfulness. Now in the Western world, this mindfulness practice is being used for the secular purposes. Like, you can see everywhere mindfulness practice is a popular practice now, because everybody is highly talking about it. Even when I and my friend were talking about this, I kind of proposed him, about this title, this special program. It's called Mindful Matchmaking Service with the Urban Buddhist Monk. Because I said, all I did was, introducing friends, two friends, So now, like that, mindfulness is being used for everything. Now, but this mindfulness, the word has a deeper meaning. Now, you use that, this conflict is the attachment, anger, this and that. But to solve all these conflicts, mindfulness is the key quality to be cultivated by us, right? So we need to become mindful. Now, this word sati has two meanings. The real meaning of sati in Sanskrit form is called smriti, which has the meaning called the memory. Sati or smriti means memory. In other words, to remember. Remember. And also, sati means to become aware. Okay? Aware, conscious. Now, in this mindfulness practice, we have to understand these two meanings. We have to keep in mind these two meanings in meditation. Let's say, right now, your mind, is it here in this room? Or is it somewhere else? Your mind is thinking, isn't it? It's not here. Right? It's here, not here. If your mind is not here, then you're going to miss the whole thing. So now, nature of the mind is to go out. Nature of the mind is to go out after the memories from the past. Lot of memories. We have a lot of memories, a lot of stories, a lot of experiences. So then, mind likes to go after those memories and entertain you with those memories. That's what the mind does. Right? But then, by doing so, this mind creates a lot of conflicts and sufferings in our life. It makes us miserable. So then, in this mindfulness practice, what we are teaching to the people is based on the inside the wisdom of the Buddha. Every time your mind goes out, follow the instruction. Remember the instruction. What is the instruction? If your mind goes out, notice it and bring it back to the present moment. So you have to remember this instruction. Okay? And become aware, mindful of what is happening right now. Now, in this Satipatthana meditation, the four foundations of mindfulness practice, although there are four foundations of mindfulness practice, we can observe all these four at the same time. Now, how do we do this? There are four foundations. Now, when there is an emotion, when an emotion arises in the mind, then there are a lot of physical manifestations of the emotional reactions in the body. Now, let me give you an example. This is going to change your life, by the way, if you can understand this. Okay? Trust me, it's going to transform your life. When the anger arises in the mind, what could be the physical manifestations of this emotional reaction? When you get angry, what do you feel physically? Oh, blood pressure rises. Then your heart beats fast. Huh? Maybe you lose your control and you see some rashes. Your face goes red. Huh?
Breath shallow.
Huh?
Shallow, short, choppy breathing.
That's right. And then you can't breathe. Right? So there are a lot of things. These are the reactions. Right? So this physically, then you feel these things. You become observed. Like when you get mad, when you get angry. Like, you observe all these physical manifestations. Now, becoming aware of all the physical manifestations of the emotional reactions is called kayanupassana in Pali. That means observing the body. Right now, let's say, what is happening to this body? What do you feel? Is your body relaxed? Or do you feel any discomfort? Are you comfortable with your body right now? Or are you uncomfortable? Are you feeling good? So what kind of feelings do you have right now? So if you can observe all this, let's say in this sitting posture, maybe you're feeling some discomforts in your back if you have back pain. Or maybe when your feet touch the ground, maybe you're feeling comfortable or uncomfortable. Now, what kind of sensations are you feeling at this moment? So when a thought, when an emotion arises in the mind, now what kind of sensations are you feeling? So this is the second foundation of mindfulness. It is known as the Vedananupassana. Like observing the sensations.